You walk into the supermarket after work for 3 things: eggs, detergent, and bread. Since the detergent is heavy, you take a full-size cart. Then you see coffee on sale. A snack goes in, followed by a drink, a new sauce, and a storage box. By the time you reach checkout, you have 15 items. How did 3 things become 15? There wasn't one big moment when the plan fell apart. The cart grew through a series of small choices. One sale, one useful-looking item, one just in case. Each choice seemed harmless on its own. You weren't thinking about the whole cart yet. It starts at the entrance. Eggs, detergent, and bread barely cover one corner of the large cart. Even after you have everything on your list, the cart still looks almost empty. Adding a snack or a drink doesn't seem to change much. There's so much space left that the trip somehow feels unfinished. If you were carrying those 3 items or using a basket, it would be much easier to feel that the trip was already complete. Now you reach the coffee aisle. You hadn't been thinking about coffee before entering the store, but after seeing the display, you remember that the bag at home might be getting low. You didn't plan to buy it. Once it's in front of you, though, the purchase starts to make sense. A few aisles later, a storage box does the same thing. You picture the messy drawer at home, then imagine how organized it could look. For a moment, the box makes that long-delayed cleanup feel much more likely. Then you notice a deal. Buy 1 bag of coffee and get the second one half price. Now you're no longer thinking only about whether you need coffee. You're also wondering whether walking away means missing a good deal. This is a useful moment to ask, did I need this before I saw it? And because it's on sale, ask, would I buy one at the normal price? If you wouldn't, the offer is probably doing most of the convincing. Before you reach the next aisle, you move every unplanned item to one side of the cart. This is the 3. Question cart check. At checkout, you'll ask, what did I come here for? Did I need this before I saw it? If this were still on the shelf, would I go back for it? You don't answer yet. For now, you just keep the extras together. As you continue shopping, just one more keeps coming up. One snack feels minor. So does the drink. The sauce looks useful. None of these choices seems important enough to stop in the middle of the aisle and reconsider. But you can say just one more, 5 or 6 times, without noticing how much the cart has changed. After a few aisles, those extras no longer feel temporary. When you first picked up the storage box, you planned to decide later. By now, leaving it in the cart feels easier than reconsidering it. Leaving it there requires nothing. Taking it out means making another decision and possibly walking it back. Without much thought, maybe starts turning into, I'm buying it. That's where the third question helps. If this were still on the shelf, would I actually go back for it? Just before checkout, you stop beside the cart and look only at the unplanned side. First, the coffee. What did you come for? Eggs, detergent, and bread. You didn't need coffee before seeing the display. And if it were back on the shelf now, you wouldn't return for it. The coffee goes back. Next, the snack. It wasn't on the list, but after checking again, you still want it and feel comfortable paying for it. The snack stays. Then you pick up the storage box. The idea of an organized drawer looked appealing in the aisle, but you know you wouldn't walk back for the box now. It goes back too. You may leave with 4 or 5 items instead of the original 3. That's fine. When you unload the bags at home, none of the extras will be a surprise. The cart ended up slightly bigger than planned, but you know why each item is there. The check isn't a ban on every unplanned purchase. It simply gives you one last chance to decide what you really want. The cart did not fill up all at once. It filled up one reasonable-looking item at a time. On your next small trip, take a basket. Keep the unplanned items together. Then, before you pay, use the 3 question cart check. You may still keep an extra or two. The important thing is that you chose them.